Okay, there's large amounts of demons hanging around drugs. There's large amounts of demons hanging around the word AIDS and STDs. There's large amount of demons hanging around the words heavy metals. There's large amounts of demons hanging around the words dead animals and different types of animals. There's large amounts of demons hanging around disease. There's large amounts of demons hanging around fever and consumption and all that. There's large amounts of demons hanging around the disease kind of goes with famine, but it's got consumption and fever and the malaria and all kinds of different stuff with it. Dysentery, probably all the different diseases you hear doctors talk about. And diabetes probably goes along with consumption. It's probably the opposite of consumption. It's probably the gluttony demon. But there's large amounts of demons hanging around, of course. The pride, lust, envy, anger, greed, gluttony, and sloth we know are major demons. But there's large amounts of demons hanging around rust and metals and stuff like that too. Because rust is on plants, and that's a link between drugs and heavy metals. But there's large amounts of demons hanging around selfishness and things like that too. But there's a ton of demons that you can think of that are in groups. They hang out in groups and they're under conquering the world. That's not to mention war, that demon. But there's tons of demons you can think of that fall under disease and pestilence, that are all kinds of heavy metals and sicknesses and dead animals and whatnot. I'd say most of the ones that I've thought of fall under disease and pestilence. But there's tons of demons you can think of. And there's so many more that I haven't mentioned that I haven't been able to think of. But just the ones you can think of, eliminate a lot of the major demons that are out there. And then there's, of course, the demons like chemistry, chem, and pharmacy, and pharmakia, or whatever. And that would stop the bombs on the trains, the train derailments. But there's so many different demons you can think of, but really you can eliminate a lot of the major ones by saying famine, death, pestilence, hell, economy, war. That's the major ones right there. That's the major 4 or 5 top demons that go throughout the whole earth, basically.